Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to let you guys know if for some reason you need to step out, the salon on this side of the auditorium out here is just broadcasting the live feed, so feel free to use that. With that, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome graduating class 25-24. Now, if I could please ask you to stand. The class 25-24 Fire Honor Guard will be posting the colors and then remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. So I wasn't real sure about having our students do the honor guard. I thought they did a tremendous job. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to invite Correctional Officer Marcy Bangert from the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office to step forward and deliver our invocation.
Please bow your head with me. Lord, we are so grateful for the calling you have placed on us. We thank you for the qualifications we now have from the training we have received. Bless us in our walk to protect your people. Lord, give us your strength when we fall weak on the hard days, hope for the better days, and courage to be the best every day. Amen.
And now to deliver our welcoming remarks, I want to welcome Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center Deputy Commander Jason Walker.
You may see where it says in your program that Commander Getz is supposed to be here giving these remarks, but unfortunately he had some unfinished business back at the academy to attend to, so I'm filling in for him, so bear with me here. I just have a few thank yous to issue and stuff, and then I will turn the ceremony back over to Lieutenant Clark. I first want to thank everybody being here today for the Correction Class 25-24. Today we're here to congratulate them on a successful yet long journey of 8 weeks and over 320 hours of training. This class has fully committed themselves to this training, and that we, in addition, I'm ad-libbing, so bear with me. I don't have Commander Getz's remarks, but we want to take the honor basically to recognize their hard work and welcome them to the corrections family. But first I want to thank a few people, starting first with Sheriff Paula Crouch and the entire Sangamon County Sheriff's Office staff. Without their partnership, this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank Richland Community College, President Valdez, the Richland Board of Trustees for supporting MCLETC, and also the Illinois Law Enforcement Training Standard Board. Without them, we wouldn't have the authorization to train the future correctional officers that you see here today and those in the distant future. Finally, I want to thank the cadets for their dedication and commitment to learning. Although 8 weeks for some may not seem like a long journey, it's definitely when you're away from loved ones, family, home, friends, etc. Many of you have children. It's a very long time, especially when they're there at the academy for 5 long days and eating cafeteria-style meals, getting up at the crack of dawn to do some exercising. It's definitely a journey for them. However, for you that are graduating here today, that I ask that each and every one of you take that same commitment and dedication that you gave during the 8 weeks at the academy, you take that back with you to your agencies. They are entrusting you and expecting you to give your best each and every day. I know Commander Getz a lot of times would say surround yourself around positive people so that you can have positive outcomes. And that holds true. You guys have a long career ahead of you. I hope that it is very successful. And with that, I again congratulate you on behalf of completing the academy. And I will turn it over to Lieutenant Brad Clark so you guys can get on with the show and get to your families, okay? Thank you.
And now to deliver our keynote address, I'd like to welcome my boss, Sangamon County Sheriff Paula Crouch.
So Jason did very good ad-libbing his speech, but I'm going to read mine because not nearly as good as he is at this. I got my cheaters too. So first of all, good afternoon to everyone. We would like to welcome family, friends, sheriffs, jail administrators, and coworkers of the women and men of the Cadet Class 25-24. We appreciate you trusting Sangamon County Sheriff's Office to train your correctional officers and court security officers. We thank Commander Getz and his staff at the Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center. We are honored to partner with them at this world-class facility. And finally, thank you to Lieutenant Brad Clark and his assistants. Lieutenant Clark's passion and dedication to training the cadets at the Academy does not go unnoticed. So thank you, Brad. I appreciate the countless hours you put in to making this not only a great Academy experience, but a successful experience as well. And to you graduates, beginning today, we share a common bond, keeping our communities safe. You have trained and tested for a dangerous profession. You are entering a field that many do not have the intestinal fortitude to do. Your graduation today is more than a milestone in your career. It is an open door for other possibilities. It's a doorway into the criminal justice system. The job you do today reflects on the person you will be tomorrow. First impressions are real. How successful you are in your position today determines your opportunity for other positions in the future. The attitude you bring to work every day defines the type of worker or employee you are thought to be. If you have ambitions to work in different divisions or get promoted, make a good name for yourself. Corrections is a noble profession, but you must understand that some people will dislike you for what you represent. Don't take it personally. To survive in this environment, I suggest each of you remain in top shape, not just physically, but with your education, spiritually, and emotionally. Your philosophy should include work ethic, honesty, and unrelenting integrity. There will be inmates who spend most of their time planning how to test and tempt you and to try to destroy your values. Do not fall for this type of behavior. You can be friendly, but not their friends. Your every move will be watched and recorded. Remember your training and use it. Understand that our society expects a much higher standard of conduct from you because you now are the authority. Courage and fairness are imperative in a corrections profession. You are expected to treat inmates, including their family members, legal counsel, visitors, and others with fairness, respect, and dignity, while at the same time you display courage in the performance of your duties. Remember, everything you do matters, and I'm going to repeat that another time. Everything you do matters. Never forget that. Congratulations on your accomplishments thus far. I wish you a long and healthy career. May God bless you and watch over you. Thank you.
Now to deliver our opening remarks, my partner here at the Academy, retired DeWitt County Sheriff Jared Schaffner.
Good afternoon, everybody. No, scratch that. What a great afternoon, right? You're finally going to get those loved ones home. So I'm not going to keep them any more than necessary. But you know what? What they've accomplished over the last 8 weeks is really incredible, and we need to take a few minutes to recognize their successes. So certificates they're going to receive here in just a few moments are a really important milestone in their career, but there's really so much more to what goes behind achieving those certificates. There are 33 unique stories that Lieutenant Clark and I, the instructors, have seen unfold over the last 8 weeks. Every one of these students has a unique challenge that they had to overcome in order to make it to this stage today. Some were worried from the moment go. They were worried they were going to let down their families. They were going to let down their employers. Some had never taken or hadn't taken an exam or a quiz in years or even decades. Some, almost all of you, actually had to adjust to living with strangers in close quarters, right? Many were separated from their cell phones for the first time in their life. Traumatic. And many of you had your first experience with a paramilitary organization when people actually tell you what they want done and they expect you to do it. But by far the most difficult challenge is when they left their families behind. So we're going to end that one today. I'm pretty happy for you on that. On the first day of the academy, we made something very clear to them, is that our chief job for the next 8 weeks was to make sure that they walked across this stage today and received their certificate. So congratulations, every one of you achieved that. But if you remember, we also told you on the very first day that we wanted you to strive for something more than the minimum standards. So we introduced them to a program we have in MCLETC called the Sheriff's Challenge. That challenge has 4 basic parts. The state of Illinois has their minimum standards, and MCLETC said, you know what, we want to recognize, along with Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, cadets that set certain milestones that really can set them up for success in their career. So the Sheriff's Challenge consists of 4 individual challenges. The first of those was to demonstrate an ability to follow policies and procedures. I'm betting the sheriffs and the jail administrators like that idea. So we simply asked them, day one, we went through an entire cadet manual that had a code of conduct and said if you break the code of conduct, you're not going to be eligible to complete the Sheriff's Challenge. The second challenge we issued to them on day one was to demonstrate a commitment to serving other people. That's what this job is all about. You're either serving the community inside your jail, and you're sometimes serving the inmates, helping them get through the day. So we asked them to demonstrate, give us a demonstration of their commitment to public service. Most of the people in this class actually achieved that by donating their own blood during a blood drive at MCLETC, or helping a local nonprofit back in their own community. So the third of the 4 challenges was something unique. So most people don't recognize that the state of Illinois does not have a requirement for cadets to improve their physical fitness while at the academy. So we began a voluntary PT program, voluntary physical program, that required volunteers to get up way early in the morning before class, before breakfast, and get in a quick workout. Now, I was really impressed with a number of people in this class that stepped forward in week 1 and said, sign me up. If they'd only know how bad the weather was going to be, right? You might have rethought that. We had some very frigid mornings that we were running inside, and some days you walked outside, but it was definitely frigid. So the volunteer fitness program was that challenge number 3. Now, the final requirement that we had for the fitness program was to actually complete a 4-mile hike. And we got a little break in the weather. I think it was about 50 degrees last week when we got that 4-mile hike in. So most people completed that 4-mile hike. And the 4th challenge, the very last milestone, if it would be, in the challenge was probably the most difficult by far. And it was what usually eliminates most people from the Sheriff's Challenge. We asked them to achieve a 90% or higher grade point average today at the completion of the academy. Now, I have to tell you, it's always a heartbreak for us the last week of the academy and the last quiz to look at the scores and see how many people are at 88, 89.5, so close. But just a few made it to that 90% and met all other of the requirements for the Sheriff's Challenge. So I want to take just a moment and read off the 10 names of the 10 students in the class that accomplished this incredible feat. And I'm going to ask each one of you as I read your name to stand, and I want to see that coin that we gave you. They now have been presented with a special commemorative coin that is very unique. I think there's less than 100 even in existence, certainly in circulation. Does anybody in the crowd have one of those coins from a previous class? Yeah, there you go. Point proven, okay? So I'm going to ask each one of you to stand, show me that coin, and please clap for every one of them. They deserve it. Kanan Bagwell, Ford County Sheriff's Office. Joseph Ballard, Knox County Sheriff's Office. Marcy Bingert, Tazewell County Sheriff's Office. Megan Hedrick, Adams County Sheriff's Office. Jeffrey Oath, Knox County Sheriff's Office. Zachary Smith, Tazewell County Sheriff's Office. Michael Traylor, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Jacob Urban, Kane County Sheriff's Office. Nathaniel Veramontes, Lake County Sheriff's Office. And lastly, Augustine Wolf from Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. So I want to finish by being very clear about something. Everyone in these two front rows has a lot to be proud of. I know the lieutenant and I and your instructors are very proud of what you've accomplished. The Greek philosopher Epictetus, 2,000 years ago, he forecasted what your academy experience was going to be like. He said, quote, "Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily." Isn't that sort of what you've been doing for 8 weeks? So congratulations to making it here. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
So, speaking of that sheriff's challenge, I do just want to say that it is heartbreaking for the ones that get so close. A lot of people here put in a lot of effort, and to me, the effort is what counts when it comes to that challenge. We want to see them succeed, pass that state test, and so if they put forth extra effort to accomplish that, to me, that's what that was about. So, I would be remiss, though, just to mention that everyone was supposed to bring their coins and one person didn't. I'm not going to call that person out, but she owes me like 90 push-ups. So all right. Just kidding. All right. I'm also going to give you some remarks, and I'm also going to read them. Someday maybe the deputy commander will buy me a teleprompter or something. But till then. Good afternoon. Welcome to the graduation of Cadet Class 25-24. I'd like to welcome all of our sheriffs, chiefs, jail superintendents, training directors, and department representatives that are here with us today. We work with so many great departments, and I want to say thank you for trusting us, the Sangamon County Sheriff's Department, and the Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center with your correctional officer training. We wouldn't be here today having completed 8 weeks at the academy without the assistance of a lot of great people, dedicated people, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge a few of them. First, MCLETC Commander Jim Getz and Deputy Commander Jason Walker. They are an overwhelming support to us. Sometimes I think I annoy them because I ask them for so much, but they're always there. They always help me out with anything I need, so thank you. Sangamon County Sheriff Paula Crouch and Chief Deputy Hayes, Jail Superintendent Larry Beck. They've been instrumental in helping us get our instructors here. A lot of them are Sangamon County officers, either from the jail or from the roadside. They do a great job, so thank you. It's our great instructors, whether it be firearms or control tactics, our first aid instructors, our law attorneys, the jail operations instructors. That's the instructors that make our academy so successful. I want to thank all of them for taking time out of their lives, some teaching and then going straight to work right after, for their support and dedication to great training. I want to thank the MCLETC culinary and housekeeping staff for all the great work they do. All of our training class material is done now mostly with computers. The cadets communicate with us, with the instructors using computers. So I want to thank MCLETC IT staff. Robert's up there today. He threatened to turn off my mic if I didn't mention his name. But no, he does a great job. So thank you to them as well. So all of the MCLETC staff behind the scenes are some of the most dedicated and hardworking individuals that you'll find at the academy, and we're grateful for all of their help. Bringing all the tasks and operations, classes, scenarios, training requirements together keeping departments informed of their cadet progress, documenting and reporting important events in the academy, coordinating uniform inspections and room inspections, exams, tests, class photos, and 1,000 other things that go along with running the academy. I want to thank my partner and fellow class coordinator, retired DeWitt County Sheriff Jared Schaffner, for his tremendous assistance. He is very dedicated to sending great officers back to all of your departments. More importantly than all of those people that I've just mentioned, I want to welcome all of the families and friends of Cadet Class 25-24. The job of a correctional officer can be a rewarding one, but it is a difficult job. That's why it's so important that you, their families, and their friends stay by their side. So again, families of Cadet Class 25-24, welcome, and thank you for being here today. The cadets here at MCLETC have worked hard over the last 8 weeks and earned the right to walk across this stage. Many participated in that voluntary PT program and endured sore muscles, joints, getting up early. The control and arrest tactics training is no joke. At the beginning of each MAT sessions, the cadets would have to do a high-intensity interval warm-up. And trust me, when they left the MAT room every day, they were sweating. To many cadets in the academy, the control tactics classes are some of the most intimidating training they'll do. Many have never had to confront another human being in a potential use of force scenario. Colonel Dave Grossman, in his book On Combat, said that the universal human phobia is interpersonal human violence. The cadets spent 40 hours on the firing range, many having never touched a firearm. All of them have qualified, and many excelled, and they became excellent marksmen while they were here. We had 40 hours of corrections law classes, covering everything from use of force to legal liabilities. They were all certified in CPR and first aid. Report writing and jail operations like fingerprinting, head counts, medical services, and food service was all covered. I often tell the cadets that all of that training is so important, but the emphasis of our academy is good communication. We want our correctional officers to interact with the inmates in their jails with empathy and respect. We want them to de-escalate what could become a dangerous situation. The cadets spend a significant amount of time in scenarios training where they are encouraged to communicate before the use of force. On day one of the academy, the cadets are presented with the MCLETC Cadet Manual. Every rule and regulation and standard operating procedure is discussed, and the cadets must sign a pledge to follow those rules. The Cadet Manual also contains the MCLETC core values: public service, respect, integrity, discipline, and excellence. As I said, each cadet here today has earned the right to walk across this stage, and they would not be here had they not upheld these values. Whatever their motivation for the job may be, whether it be financial, career advancement, a step towards a patrol position, or a meaningful, worthwhile career in corrections, every cadet understands that they are first and foremost public servants. Let me tell you that some days being a correctional officer seems thankless, but the job they do is important, and it's one that must be done and done well. To do the job well, they must be respectful. They must have integrity to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. They must have discipline to do the job right, do the job the right way, and not take dangerous shortcuts. Even if they fail, they must always strive for excellence. Each morning here at MCLETC, we ask the cadets to stand in formation while one cadet read the name of a fallen officer. Before they said the Pledge of Allegiance, they would proclaim, "God bless their family, and God bless their law enforcement family." This was done to show respect for the officers who have given their lives for this profession and the communities they served. I hope the cadets will leave here with that same respect for this profession. Cadets, regard yourselves and your fellow officers with honor. When you have a long, hard day, never forget that your efforts matter and you are doing an important job. When you leave here today, consider this the beginning of your training and always seek opportunities to improve and learn. 8 weeks ago, this class was 33 individual cadets. Today they came together as one class. Today they're correctional officers. In closing, I'd like to ask the audience to join me in a round of applause for a job well done. Good job, guys. Now I'd like to welcome our class president, Correctional Officer Augustine Wolf from the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, to step forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Augustine Wolf of the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. I've had the privilege of serving these men and women as their class president over the past 8 weeks at MCLETC. The author G.K. Chesterton wrote, "The true warrior fights, not because he hates what is in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him." I believe that this statement exemplifies the position of the correctional officer. Day in and day out, we are face to face with people who are alleged to have done horrible things. Many times we bear witness to some of those atrocities because they are committed within the walls of our jails. If we are not careful, these things will fundamentally change who we are. The test that every CO must pass is to perform each day's duties without letting the proverbial forked tongue that is ever present within our facilities influence our minds, and even more so, influence our hearts. If we allow ourselves to be engulfed in the guile that is in the jails, a loss of self will be the least of our concerns. If we permit the spirit of the jail to be that which guides us, then hatred and malice will be our recourse. Not only will we then fail to perform our duties as correctional officers, but we will fail as hollow husks of how we began. As the aforementioned quote references, this is no way to be. We must then ask, what is a true warrior? With the idea of truth comes the idea of virtue. A true warrior, a true officer, is one who is virtuous, one who is morally good, and with that, one who is honorable. No one acts virtuously, no one acts with honor through hatred. Why would we provide goodness if all for which we were concerned was that which we hate? In order to act with honor, we must be driven by love. In our first week at the academy, we did an exercise to point out what it is that we each value. We were told to make a list of the top 10 things which we value the most. From there, we analyzed what was on our list and what was less important to us. The reason I mention this exercise is because what we were really doing is writing a list of what we love. So I would encourage you, my fellow cadets, to review that list frequently to keep yourselves grounded in the good things that drive you. The truth is, we can lead our lives in one of two ways. We can live being dragged down into the miry pit of our hatred, or standing strong with our loved ones behind us. By acting with love as our driver, we are called to something higher than ourselves, and strengthened in that way, we are the very walls of stone and gates of iron which we guard. We have many people that have helped and mentored us along the way into this career and through this academy. To them, we owe no small portion of gratitude for the part they have played in getting us here today. To our sheriffs and departments, supervisors, senior officers, and FTOs, thank you for your leadership and supplying us the opportunity to better ourselves for our careers. To the MCLETC staff, thank you for cleaning up after us and feeding us every day. To our instructors here at MCLETC, on the range, on the mats, running scenarios, shaking down jails, in the classroom, thank you for your patience and mentorship in building us up to be better officers. I would especially like to thank Lieutenant Clark and Sheriff Schaffner. Your dedication is evident in the effort you put forth for this program. Finally, and most of all, I want to thank all of you here today. Without all of your support, many of us would not be standing here today. Thank you.
Just ask you to come. So we're going to begin handing out the class certificates. We'll have every cadet step past the stage here. We do have a photographer here that she'll be taking some pictures. If you want to come step up, just please don't block her. And if you want to find those pictures, we have a program here, and her website is on the program. Correctional Officer Caitlin Adams from the Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Kanan Bagwell from the Ford County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Joseph Ballard from the Knox County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Marcy Bengert, Tazewell County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Adam Blazaitis, Vermilion County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Kurt Callan, Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Michael Creviston, Vermilion County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Ashton Dawson, Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Stephen Day, Kane County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Cody Evans, Champaign County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Joanna Fernandez, Kane County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Megan Hedrick, Adams County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Shiraz Khan, Lake County Sheriff's Office. Court Security Officer Aubrey Kirkman, Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Gavin Lonis, Woodford County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Patrick McGrath, Lake County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Leo Meyer, Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Alexis Navarro, Kane County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Kristen Oakes, Piatt County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Jeffrey Oath, Knox County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer David Onyebane, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Kirsten Price Wilson, Champaign County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Alex Renner, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Demario Rideout, Vermilion County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Zachary Smith, Tazewell County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Arcadius Starrin, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Michael Traylor, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Nicholas Turley, Menard County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Cameron Turner II, Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Jacob Urban, Kane County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Nathaniel Veramontes, Lake County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Jacob Whited, Peoria County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Augustine Wolf, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. So I'm going to give Mr. Wolf a minute to get back in. We'll applause as they all walk back into the stage here. One more round of applause for Class 25-24. Thank you, class. You may be seated. So we're not quite done yet. I always promise I want to keep these short so we can get these cadets back with their family. But we do have some special awards that we'd like to pass out and acknowledge a few of our cadets here. I'm going to start with our class president. Each class is given the responsibility of deciding on one cadet to represent them as their class president. The class president must earn the trust of their fellow cadets. They must care about their success. The class president will arrange study sessions and work with those who are struggling with their grades. The class president is expected to follow the rules and hold the rest of the cadets accountable. It's not an easy job for people to lead and live together for 8 weeks. Cadets become irritated with each other. They have conflicts with each other. Before those become major issues for Sheriff Schaffner and I to deal with, we expect our class president to intervene to resolve the problems. Being the class president is not easy. We expect a lot from them. We expect them to lead. Cadet Class 25-24 had an excellent class president, and I'm honored to ask Cadet Augustine Wolf from the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office to step forward to be recognized. The Class Firearms Award is presented to the cadet that has the best for-record qualification score. 18 out of the 33 cadets here today that's more than half of the class, received a score of 47 or better out of 50. We had 5 cadets receive a perfect score of 50 out of 50. So those cadets fired again to determine the recipient of this award. With a second perfect score of 50 out of 50, Cadet Kanan Bagwell from the Ford County Sheriff's Office has earned the Class Firearms Award. Cadet Bagwell, please step forward to be recognized. So this class did very well academically. We had 12 cadets finish the class with an average score of 90% or better. The academic award is presented to the cadet that had the best overall class average. The top spot was determined this time by less than 1 percentage point from the runner-up. With a better than 93% grade point average, Cadet Joseph Ballard from the Knox County Sheriff's Office has earned the academic award. Cadet Ballard, please step forward. And in addition to the academic award, we also want to congratulate the cadets who finished the class in the top 10%. As I said, we had several cadets complete the class with excellent grades. The final award came down to the final exam, and the difference was a matter of one right or wrong answer on one of the many quizzes or tests they had throughout the academy. When it's all said and done, these cadets both ended the academy with an average of over 92%. Cadet Megan Hedrick from the Adams County Sheriff's Office, please step forward. Cadet Zachary Smith from the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office, please step forward. The class secretary is responsible for keeping things in order throughout the academy. Over the course of the last 8 weeks, the class secretary has kept track of equipment being issued and returned, made group lists for scenario training, helped organize training documents to be filed. She helped organize this graduation ceremony. I'm grateful for all of her efforts. Cadet Class 25-24 has been served well by Cadet Kristen Oakes from the Piatt County Sheriff's Office. Cadet Oakes, please step forward. The class treasurer is entrusted with all the money that the class collects for different purposes throughout the academy. Many cadets choose to purchase shirts or additional uniform items. The class themselves purchase a sign that hangs in the academy chow hall for future classes to see. And by the way, if you go back to the academy after, we'll have that displayed for you to see. Being the class treasurer and being trusted with other people's money is a big responsibility. I'd like to thank Cadet Kanan Bagwell from the Ford County Sheriff's Office for his role as the class treasurer. Cadet Bagwell, please step forward and be recognized. Many of you are familiar with the name Bill Strayer. In fact, I just spoke to someone about him earlier today before we started this ceremony. Lieutenant Strayer spent much of his career not only serving in the Sangamon County Jail, but also as the director of the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office Basic Correctional Officer Academy Director. With more than 20 years in that role, Bill trained thousands of new correctional officers. Many jail administrators, chiefs, and even sheriffs started their careers in an academy run by Bill Strayer. I worked for Lieutenant Strayer over the years in the jail and in the academy. He led me to a passion for developing great officers. When I was first promoted to a supervisor role in the Sangamon County Jail, Bill came to me and said, "Learn to be a leader, make good decisions, and be prepared to explain yourself." If I had a good reason for that decision, he would always back me up. Even after retiring, Lieutenant Strayer has remained involved in our academy efforts. He always answers the phone if I have a question or I need help with something. It's that dedication and leadership that has led us to create the William Strayer Leadership Award. Deciding which cadet will earn this award is not an easy task. Myself, Sheriff Schaffner, Commander Getz, Deputy Commander Walker, and several other instructors looked at many factors. We were looking for cadets that participated in the voluntary PT program, helped with study sessions, volunteered for work details. The cadet that earns this award leads by example. They're one of the first to check in and the last to leave for the weekend. They always try to conduct themselves as a professional. They take pride in their uniform and their appearance. They help solve problems and prevent small problems from becoming big ones. There were several cadets in this class that met the standard, but one stood out. As the class went on, I was impressed by this cadet. I believe he will be an excellent correctional officer and will someday sit in the seats in front of me supporting his new officers. I'm proud to announce that Cadet Augustine Wolf from the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office has earned the William H. Strayer Leadership Award. Cadet Wolf, please step forward and be recognized. I have a few more acknowledgments I'm going to make, but we'll have them stand at their seats for those. So a big part of the basic correctional officer academy is officer wellness. They have classes on stress management, financial wellness, health, and nutrition. We also have continued our tradition of offering the cadets the opportunity to participate in the physical training program, the voluntary program. Those who volunteered, chose to participate, must get up early and are encouraged to push themselves to show improvement in their 8 weeks of training. The program is meant for everyone, but the emphasis is on hard work and improvement. Over the 8 weeks, some cadets must drop from the program because of illness or injury, and they are commended for their efforts. For those who successfully completed the program, I'd like to ask that they stand as I call their names. Please hold your applause until the end, when I will ask the entire group to stand so we can congratulate the group as a whole. Cadet Kanan Bagwell from Ford County. Cadet Joseph Ballard, Knox County. Cadet Marcy Bengert, Tazewell County. Cadet Adam Blazatis, Vermilion County. Cadet Cody Evans, Champaign County. Cadet Joanna Fernandez, Kane County. Cadet Shiraz Khan, Lake County. Cadet Aubrey Kirkman, Sangamon County. Cadet Gavin Lonis, Woodford County. Cadet Patrick McGrath, Lake County. Cadet Leo Meyer, Macon County. Cadet Alexis Navarro, Kane County. Cadet Kristen Oakes, Piatt County. Cadet Jeffrey Oath, Knox County. Cadet David Onyebane, Winnebago County. Cadet Zachary Smith, Tazewell County. Cadet Arcadius Starren, Winnebago County. Cadet Michael Traylor, Winnebago County. Cadet Nicholas Turley, Menard County. Cadet Jacob Urban, Kane County. Cadet Nathaniel Vermontes, Lake County. Cadet Augustine Wolf, Winnebago County. Now, group, stand up if I just called your name. Good job. Take seats. So just a couple more, I'm almost done, I promise. Proud of this group. I want to recognize the cadets that were responsible for all of the great pictures you saw on the screen before the ceremony started. Each class we asked for a volunteer to act as a class photographer. It is their job to make a photographic record of the entire academy. The photos are then made available to everyone in the class if they want to look back on their experiences here or share with their families. Because we had 2 platoons, often training in 2 locations, we asked for 2 volunteers. I would like to ask Cadet Kirsten Price Wilson from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office and Cadet Aubrey Kirkman from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office to stand and be recognized. Great job. In addition to our class president, we also asked 4 cadets to step up as class leaders. The class was divided into 4 squads, and each squad had a squad leader. Our squad leaders were asked to, along with the class president, to take responsibility for the rest of the class. The squad leaders' most important job was to keep accountability of the members of their squads. The squad leader was the first level of the chain of command. They held their fellow cadets accountable when their rules were not followed. They helped struggling cadets if they needed help studying. The job of the squad leader is not an easy one. It's not easy to be a leader among your peers. Cadet Class 25-24 had some excellent squad leaders. As I announce their names, I'd like to ask if they stand to be recognized. In Squad 1, Cadet Marcy Bengert from the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office. Second Squad, Cadet Nicholas Turley from the Menard County Sheriff's Office. In Third Squad, Cadet Jacob Urban from the Kane County Sheriff's Office. And in Fourth Squad, Cadet Jacob Whited from the Peoria County Sheriff's Office. A lot of papers up here. There it is. All right, and now to deliver our benediction, Correctional Officer Michael Traylor from the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Please step forward.
Let's bow our heads, please. Lord, when it's time to go inside that place of steel and stone, I pray that you will keep me safe so I won't walk alone. Help me to do my duty. Please watch me on my rounds amongst those perilous places and slamming steel door sounds. God, keep my fellow officers well and free from harm. Let them know I'll be there too whenever there's alarm. Above all, when I walk my beat, no matter where I roam, let me go back whence I came, to my family and to my home. Amen.
So I have one final duty to perform for Cadet Class 25-24, and that's give them their final dismissal. Before I do that, I'd like to let you know that the commander and deputy commander have opened up the campus at MCLETC. So if you would like to go with your cadet back there and have them show you where they spent their last 8 weeks, please feel free to do that. And keep in mind, we do have active training going on there, so some facilities may be open, some won't, but you're welcome to go back and have a look. With that being said, class, on your feet. Class, attention. Cadet Class 25-24, it is my honor to announce that you have graduated from the Basic Correctional Officer Academy. I wish you all well moving forward in your careers. Good luck and Godspeed. You are dismissed.